All of you are I hope all of you are doing fantastic. Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. All right. So according to the record, we got 46% of people finish the just hold on a second. Let me just get more people inside. All right. It should be good. We only have like 40%, 46% of the student who finish objective three, which is kind of late, and it will be due very soon. I'll send an email quickly for that. Okay, so right. So now we're gonna start with like objective four, which is very lengthy. Yes, it's very lengthy. It's like
Companies inflate the laws, not the people that are trying to survive in the unfair system. It's number two. They're criminals. They're murderers. Okay, this one is a
all right, make sure we're gonna mute your microphone during the lectures. And then okay, let's start it with the Shep theorem. I believe it's one of the things that we have. Uh, the 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 objective three was due on um 28, which is 2 days from now, and try to complete them before the due date, right? All right, I'm still trying to get in some people, so there might be some delay for that. So just be patient a little bit, okay? All right. Any questions, any concern? So they're only 46%. Hey, how's it going? And then people finish it. Okay, so um that's pretty low record. I make sure that people must get like 100% on the objective. So that's very important. And objective is really important. Very important. You get great. So, so you get great. R over two fractional to So I calculated the total amount of points that you could get was 102, but I calculated just whatever the amount. I'm sorry, my keyboard just adding up a little bit. So, all right, let's take a look at the questions. So, yeah, is each one? So remember the exam was based on the objective question, so I hope that
This is correct, which is why I gave you partial credit. I gave you 2 points. This is not correct.
you guys going to deal with that. So the Shep theorem is one of the things that you would like to look at.
This
Oh,
would have been
yes.
C to the A.
Yeah, yeah.
So we
I see.
have
I see.
like
This one to be
Yeah,
um
which is I'm sorry, it doesn't print in color, so you can see this would have I wrote
I see.
80.9%. So they're actually the form for that. So it's like 1 minus 1 over k square, which is one of the things that we have. So for Shep theorem,
Are we starting unit 7 today?
Mhm. Pretty soft thing, like just doing like we're just gonna do
it's like
very,
1
very
over
basic
1 minus
like,
k, 1 over 1 over
operation.
k square.
It's not as scary as it looks. It's just it really isn't. And then we're gonna do like kind of a very very basic intro to like polynomial functions. Those
Are we finishing unit six?
yes, we're gonna first finish the unit 6, so we're gonna first do the inequalities.
No, this is objective 4. Yeah. Second question. So K gonna be the number of steps
Yeah.
In what
or
in,
of the standard deviation
like in what do you want to give me an example?
from the means.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, find a problem.
So all we have to do is just simply do the K and then so we know the fact that the mean was equal to like the mean was 47 years old, for example, and then the standard deviation. Yeah, we did that. We did finish objective
This one.
3. Yeah, I have people who finish objective 4 as well. So but make sure you're gonna finish it by
Within not to leave.
Not yet. We're gonna do this today.
Yeah,
We're
I
gonna
see,
do
but
this
I know how to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, can you?
Yes.
I found one.
you must finish objective 4 by 19. So that's very important before the
It
exam.
doesn't exist.
The second exam is gonna be on 21st, I believe.
The only one using this.
And making sure that we're gonna, like take it for that reason. Okay, you're gonna finish it, all the objective as well as the
4x plus 6 smaller than 10.
the post modules knowledge check is one of the things that I would encourage people to just practice those questions. And then we also have the standard deviation equal to
All right. So first up, we just solve.
we also have the standard deviation equal to
So
11 years.
6 smaller than 10 simplifies it. Like
No, it's still put there. For some reason, the objective 3 is due, on September 28th. I don't know why you cannot star objective 3 or 4. So you gotta finish objective 3 first. Okay.
I'm still learning. I'm sorry. We're all learning.
All right. So now we just need to find the K in this case to determine the percentage, right? So the K can be computed by taking the mean 47 minus the values that we have, like 14.
So in general,
This 14 is over here from the question.
Whenever you have an and,
You usually do the opposite. Okay, let me do the opposite. You take 80, take the X.
The solution
This is the X.
has to work for this and for this.
And then you're gonna take X, which is 80, minus the mean is 47,
Whichever of the two.
and then we divide it by 11.
Right, but if it's in, as long as it's in 1, that is fine.
So this one is
To
mostly.
be in one.
Or it just has to be in at least 1. If it's in 2, then that's
Okay.
fine. If it's in just 1 of the two,
So
that is
in
fine.
other words, you're gonna take like
If it's
you
not
have to
like-
do on a calculator. We take 80.
This one is and.
You
Yes,
have to
so this
divide
one
first.
is
80
because-
minus 47 divided by 11.
Exactly.
And we
So
got the
there's-
answer is 3.
We just think about it like this is fairly quick, right? So is there a number that is smaller than 1 but is also bigger than 8? Obviously not, right? So this does not exist. If it had been 4,
After we solve for K, we just simply plug that in. So that'd be 1 minus 1 over
How to find this number is
3 square.
upstairs view.
yes. So if we were
So this is gonna tell you at least the number of data sets that fall within it.
right.
So you have to do on a calculator. So 1 minus 1 over 9,
Let's first write each of these in interval notation, right? So x smaller than 1.
3
That
square.
means that we are talking about an interval. That
And then you're gonna get this one is 0.88.
That's what we got.
Okay.
And what about X bigger
Is that
or equal
good?
than
So we do the same thing for that. It should be the same. You can check it. The left and the right should be the left side. So this is the right side. You don't have to check for both sides, but it should be quickly done. We
Exactly.
don't necessarily have to check from the left side, but you can always do that. The left side. The key that we have is it's going to be -3 for sure. We can just simply take 14. We don't have to check this. This is not necessary, right?
Here is that the intersection between these two sets.
Not necessarily. So this is a thing that we have to be really careful
The
for
problem is
that.
that these two sets
So we just have to enter 89%. The same thing we do for part B. We're gonna check for the right side.
This is
Oh, this is mean those.
this means that the intersection is the empty set, which in I guess like in other terms means that there is no
So we're gonna
solution
take the K
for this
equal to
for this system.
69 minus 47 over 11.
If it's in not, then yes. So if there could be a situation where if it's yes, so if it's in none, then it's going to like do you want to
Over 11. So we're gonna get this one equal to 2 currently, right? So you're gonna get 22 over 11 is 2. So we're gonna do 1 minus 1 over 2 square.
Yeah, I think.
There we go. Yeah, those are good. Those are good. For the.
Going on based how many times it has to
Do
be.
you wanna?
It's 0.75. Are we good? So any question regarding to this topic? So you're gonna get 1 minus 1 over 2 squared is 4 is 0.75. So you get 75%. Any question? Any question? You solve it. You can get this. Are we good? All right. You can do one more practice if you want to.
So once we get into like.
So Chebyshev theorem is very powerful theorem. So you can do on a calculator quickly. You can take the bigger value, like hit divide first. 147 minus the mean is 109, and divided by standard deviation is 19. So we get 2 is 75%. And now we do the same thing. We take divide first,
Look at both and see.
and then we take 166, try to pick a big value, subtract the mean is 109, and divided by standard deviation is 19. So it's 3. This is 3. 1 minus 3 squared is 89%. Are we good?
5, but this is a minus 5.
Is that good, people?
It's an
Let me try one example, and then if you get like 1.5, we just have to plug that in. How you got 89%? Well, the 89% can be done. So let's say 3, you're gonna take 1 minus 1 over 3 square, right?
It's -1 over.
3 square, and then you're gonna get 0.889, which is 89%, right?
Empty. So now we look for
Okay, so
where
we do the same thing for that, but I'm trying to find a question that you're gonna get k equal to 1.5, so it's kind of different. So I take 979 minus 1000, and then the standard deviation was 81. Let's see.
here.
Oops, I'm so sorry. Let's erase this.
5 is the only point.
-1.
Hold on.
I'm sorry, yeah, you're right.
Oh, I'm sorry. The mean was 817. Right, so we're gonna do that again.
Here,
1060.
and here, this one's covered, but this one isn't. So because we're looking for
Minus
the intersection,
817.
alternatively speaking.
And divided by standard deviation was 81.
So because and again, the same logic applies to like how do we choose the parentheses? Well,
You got 3. Yeah, still be 80.9.
so for example, here minus 10
That
is
one
what I-
1060. Yeah,
Here,
so it's very straightforward for that
So-
part.
This is going to be.
Yeah, 56% is different. 56% is somehow is kind of weird. So 56% it might be a little different from what we have for the questions over here.
See, negative infinity, minus 5, minus, yeah, that's right.
Can you explain which one, why did you take the one from this one?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, you said negative infinity and then one,
Yes,
so
so.
why did?
All
you
right,
take
so
the
when it
one?
comes to 56%,
Click on the number.
right?
Keep two number, make.
So you have to suffocate
I put it-
like 1 minus
The
1
two
over
zero,
k squared, which is 56 is 0.56.
still helpful to kind of see which one does which. And that kind of gives you like.
Yeah, this is the only question that
it
might
gives you a way to go about every- every
might be a little
problem.
bit more challenging. And then you have to be 0.56%. So we're gonna subtract 1 both sides, get negative 0.44. And then you flip it, and then we take the square root, and we show that for you how we're gonna solve it quickly. So we can take 1 minus 0.56 and take 1 over
So we're
0.44,
looking for the one.
and then we take the square root for that.
In at least one.
You should get 1.5. Okay. It's around that. So k equals 1.5 is kind of different. I want you to figure it out. So that'll be we take the mean, which is 943.
Spiral, call this spiraling, that are spiraled in either here or here. If they're spiraled in both, that's great.
Minus 1.5 times the standard deviation was 84.
So let's see.
And then we do the same thing for that. And then we take 943.
Because this one actually is covered for values that are smaller than that. This one keeps going, this one keeps going down. So if you were to like collapse them.
Plus
then,
1.5
This spiral too.
times 84.
Why?
Because we're looking at a union. We're looking at or. So what they're saying is like or means that if it's in one of these two, but not in both, that's fine. That counts. as well.
Okay.
If it were saying and, then it would be no, it has to be an actual, it actually has to be.
Oh,
a
it
both.
has to be, okay.
All right.
But we're
So,
looking at
and then
or. So
you can't
something-
just do the math for that. You get 1069. And then we do the same thing instead of plus 1.5, just simply subtract
Right.
1.5.
So y is one.
So you take 943 minus 1.5
Well,
times
Isn't it covered here?
84.
So why would?
So
we
that'd be
need to put that?
817.
If it's covered here, it means that it's
Are we good?
the solution.
And then
here.
we do the same thing. It should be what you get to the final answers correctly. So which is what we have so far.
Think about it. So think.
Okay, so you should get
different numbers. Okay, so
817 to 1069, and the other one just check for k equal to 2. You get 2 standard deviation.
it's in one. So -3 is part of the solution, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Is -5.
So 56% is 1.5 for k.
Yes,
And
right. So
when it comes to
1.5
like
is 80.
75% is k equal to 2.
Exactly.
This is
So
all about
you-
Shabbat
if
theorem. Are we good?
-5 and -3 are all in the solution, then that means that the.
All right.
Solutions.
So now we're gonna move up to
That's what I mean by like it. has
the
to be
next
an-
question and see what we
And the
can
factor,
do
for
for
example,
that. So the z value
If
is similar to k.
That and in this solution set, but which is like great, but we only really needed it to be in one.
The z just
So it
represent
doesn't-
the standard
You know,
normal,
we'll take it, but also was not,
Equation,
didn't have.
like a
to.
bell shape, with the mean equal to 0 and the standard deviation equal to 1.
I made a note.
Okay.
Because.
So this is and the z score can be computed by
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Uh,
no points. I promised
x
to-
minus the mean divided by standard deviation.
Any,
Take the x, subtract the mean,
you will drop out the worst weight and add the actual pi date.
and divide
And
it by
you
the
can
standard
choose when you
deviation.
want your extra
This is for population, so you're gonna use a
I don't know
little
which
different
way to
syntax with it.
No, you can have it added to one of.
So this is what we call the mean.
Um,
This is what we call for x,
The final, you can't apply.
and this is what we call for the standard deviation.
I think it's in the syllabus as well, but yeah, I think that would be a little, that would be a little too.
Okay.
Cheaty. Also,
All right.
yeah, so.
So
It's gonna be.
the bell shape is sort of
Like,
different from what we have so far.
You can choose which
Let me just go for the bell shape curve quickly.
one. Like, if you're.
It's simply on that part. This is what we have for the bell shape.
Date so
Is the worst, yeah. Then it will only count as, so the final, because it's cumulative, would count as 2 exams. Kind of, if you think to
Yeah, I think
all in
when
one
we-
exam, right? So
All right,
that
so
would
now
count.
we can simply sort of the questions over
Then
here,
it will-
right?
it will make it-
We just simply look for the z-score, so we can just do it quickly.
It will be final exam 1, 2, 3, 4.
I see.
Otherwise, if you do well on the final, it will be final exam 1, 2, 3, and then you take.
So the z-score can be computed
Which one
by
is the worst side?
Exactly.
we just simply taking the x is given from the question.
I can apply the extra credit to the other 3. Well, I mean, you can have your extra credit applied to like the one that you scored the lowest on, but I don't think it would make sense, because then I'm not going to consider it. Right?
Our starting salary was 65,000, take 60, so the x gonna be like x is given as 65,000, so this is gonna be the x.
The final.
This is gonna be the mean.
There's.
This is gonna be the standard deviation.
Like, I've never been a fan of finals. I've never.
So we're gonna take the x, which is 65,000,
Those are
like
never been the exams where I do best. But that's kind of how that's part of it.
minus 57,000,
That you have to kind of, it's that, which is.
and
why
we
it's
divide it
really
by 30
important for you to, like,
3,700.
Like throughout the semester, because for the final, like you are already taking into account that it's going to be harder just because it's long. Final is long, like that's kind of like the main thing. At some point, you can only ask your brain so much for so long. So after like 2 hours, chances are like, yeah, you will.
And
not
then
be
all we have to do
as
is just plug
rushed.
into the calculator, so we can just hit divide. It's 65,000 minus 57,000. Oops, I'm sorry.
You'll need like, even if your brain is a little less.
And
rushed,
divide up
you'll-
by 3,700. So you're gonna get the answer is 2.16. Are we good?
But you get used to it. And sometimes finals can come, I had some finals, kind of, be some lifesavers for me.
Okay.
You will review?
Hmm?
You will review?
Are we good with that, people? So that one is very straightforward. So I just
What's
simply
that?
solve it.
No, I'll do it.
All right. So let's move up to the next question and see what it is. In terms of population mean, standard deviation,
This class.
like how much different of the z-score represent like the relatively different from the mean for every single values compared to the steps, which is called the standard deviation. So in this case, we can do the same thing for that.
Final.
45 now.
45 hours. Oh.
It's, I think, it depends, it changes from school to school, where, at my school, it was, 3 hours, but that's because our midterms were.
So we can compute, we take the
So-
x, so he scores 66, so this one gonna be the x,
But it's less of a shock for you.
and this one gonna be the mean.
All of the exams you do throughout the semester are 2 hours, so. You're actually kind of getting used to it.
And this one gonna be the standard deviation. So you take the x, which is 66.
Okay.
Minus the mean, which is 63. And we divide it by the standard deviation, which is 7.
average one, and what was the other one? The salary one, yeah.
Oh, the
So,
salary.
Is that
one?
good?
Yeah.
So then we can just do on a calculator, so we can just compute it.
Let's start with the.
We take the
because
x is given.
The average one, I know, like, I am. It was the one
Subtract the
that,
mean
like,
is 63 divided by 7. You got like
So,
0.428.
Like, it was.
0.43.
I knew it was going to be a little more unexpected because we didn't do that in class. So.
Is that good?
Let's
So
start
you
with.
admitted.
So his score is above the average, right? It's above like 0.43, the standard deviations from the average. So his score is like 143 above standard deviation
I told you there would be there would
above the average, right?
There was one. Everything else was
All
exactly.
right. So we can think of that 66, the average was 63, the standard deviation was 7. That looks pretty good.
Yeah. It's like older.
Are we good? So we can simply
Yeah.
do it. It should be above the average, right? Above the mean. Any questions? I think it's pretty straightforward, unless you have any other question you want to ask.
Unless you guys are maybe are.
If the if the x is less than the mean,
Your monthly salary. So what you make.
so that should be below the average, right? So that'll be below the average.
And then, either.
Below the average. I would say it's pretty straightforward.
Like when you sign.
And then one more practice because this question is very important. I still remember this question was on the exams. I know it's not too hard, but you need to know which one going to be the x, which one is the average, and which one is the standard deviation when you subtract them, and making sure that we got the answers in the route of the 2 decimal place. And afterward, you have to see whether it's above or below the average. So that's one of the things that you have to be extremely careful. Are we good? So to try another one and see how we go. You do the same thing. We have to hit the mean was given from the questions was 295. I'm sorry, the x is 295. We subtract the mean was 270, and then we divide it by standard deviation of 43. So that should be 0.58. And it should be above the average because, like I said, this is 295 people, right?
Okay, so in total, you made this amount of money.
Are we good? So that's very straightforward.
Christmas Day, you woke up in the morning and you had.
All right, so let's move up to
More, right? So.
Let's move up to this part and let's see. I'm sorry, not the other question. This question gonna be on the exam. I'm so sorry.
Our x is going to be our.
So we'll basically do the same thing. Like, so reader scores 653 on the biology test, and for each of those subject matters tests, and the score for the average, blah blah blah, and then we need to compute the z-score for each person, right? And then after that, we need to compare them. Who score lower with respect to the z-score? Okay, so this is something that that we should deal with this questions, and then we have to be careful.
To notice, this is the salary in a year. X is the salary in 1 month. How many months are in the year? 12. So that means that.
All right. So you can have x for Kira was Kira is 531.
This is going to be.
And then x for reader equal to 653. And then we just compute the z-score for Kira, and then you're gonna take the x, which is 531 minus the mean. You subtract the average, we have 625. And then we divide it by the standard deviation. So when we divide it by standard, we have to be careful. The standard deviation should be
on exam 3, you scored 90.
No, it actually hold on.
Scored
So let me double check that. So this is 531 is for literature test, so we have to subtract 665 over 29.
The final exam is going to count as 4 individual exams.
So we're gonna take 531, so you have to hit divide
Will weigh
minus 625 and divide it by 29. So we should get something like negative 3.2.
or in another way to think about it is the final exam.
And then
will weigh
the Z
as
for
or the average of all of this. But that's
reader, on the other hand, so we're gonna take the 653. We have different mean, a different standard deviation. We subtract 566,
Okay. And the trickier part here is that the way
and then
you
we
go
divide
through
it by the
you
standard deviation 41 point. This is the biology, right? It says biology test,
get an 80% in the total course overall.
and
right?
this is like
80%
this is literature,
what you're being what
and then we
you-
divide it by the standard deviation in this case. The standard deviation we got a
the scoring
41,
of your final.
and then you should be able to get it.
Next topic.
What you are
We do the same thing for that.
It's
We'll take
find
by
the score that
we take
get
you know,
that
653.
80% in the total course.
we subtract the mean,
So
the mean with
the way
566
that linear equation is a
over
little-
41.
It relies
So
on
so for reader, she's like score above the average, right? Above the average.
bridge between-
For
well,
Kira, she or he score like below the average. So that's kind of
one-
different from what
the
we
other hand,
have.
like the total number of so divided by 7.
Okay.
So let's do
So we got
thing,
2.12.
but let's include
Are we good?
our final grade, which we will call that. We don't know where our final grade
All right.
is.
So I believe that's pretty much what we need to do. And let's say who score lower. So apparently that Kira score lower because
Plus 7.
he only got like negative 3.2. So that he scored below the average.
No,
Whereas the
obviously we
reader
need to
score
apply
above the average. So that means
but
that
we can't
you know Kira score lower.
always 4 times as much as each of these.
Score lower.
So what we can do.
Any
is
question, any
let's
concern?
pretend Like
Are we
our
good?
final is actually 4 smaller exams.
Is
And
that good,
without
people?
this, we get
It's
the
very
same grade.
straightforward.
That is one way to think of it, right? So what we will then
Are we
do
good?
is
It's 3.24. Just have to get 2 decimal places.
by X, which is the score on the final. 4 times, right? Or alternatively,
If they both get negative or both get positive, then we don't know. Okay, for some reason. So one of them will score above the average, and one of them score below the average. So meaning that here, so that person who scored below the average will score lower relatively to the reader exam based on the mean and the standard deviations respectively.
we want this to be
Right?
equal
So
to
this is above the average,
8. And then you solve.
and for Kira is below the average.
Yes, you have, it's important that you add the 4 because if not,
I think it's very straightforward.
well,
It's
you
just
can
the
add the-
question
then
is
you
like, you know,
divide every 80.
I don't see any reason that we struggle with this question on the exam. Yeah, this question going to be on the test. I'm so sorry, not this one, this one. Yeah.
And you will, and you.
Somehow those questions were very similar to each other, and I thought it was like the same question, but actually not the same question.
Less than what you should, which means that.
All right, let's see about the next one.
Number.
What percentage of these professors? This is the easiest question. I don't think this question is going to be on the test. Just want to do it quickly.
That the final weigh 3 times as much. Or for example, for this course.
I can do it. I don't think I have enough space for that. So let's do it this page.
The final grade.
So the proportion was like proportion was simply
What number?
take the number of people who younger than 39
That is actually not true.
and divide it by total of 12. So you're gonna get
If
like
I was to calculate the
you know,
total
we
grade
got
for each of you in this class at the end of the semester, that
one,
is what I would use. Right?
And so
two.
how do you go about solving it?
3, right? So 3/12.
Well, now we just have a lot of
It's,
terms where,
0.25.
these guys, we can sum all of these guys up. So, I don't know, you can do that with your calculator, but,
Yeah, this one is very straightforward. I don't think I need to go over it twice. So it's just we don't count 39, right? We do not count 39 strictly less than 39.
197.
Yeah.
So that's. It will
That's a
have
strictly-
297 plus 2x over.
So
6.
young that means strictly less than 39 years old. So we don't count 39 when it comes to the question. All right.
8.6.
Okay, well, 80. All right, so we.
And that's gonna be 297 plus.
Right,
The amount of.
this one also very straightforward.
Stereo.
It's also very important.
And that
So 83 percentile.
And the x is like the x will always be in the numerator, especially for like these like the word problems. Like you're never be required to like build like some very elaborate. Well, I mean, for one, because we haven't done any equation that like any function that is not a linear function. But you were also asked actually to the first step.
So
was to
83
not just
percentile, meaning
solve,
that
you're asked to like find
so
this relationship as a
Gonzalez
the way you would have done that
family
if you were
is
80, which is what you're
is
solving for,
richer,
you put
right?
9.
Then
Because what that is that
83%,
like
right?
if you say instead of aiming at
82% on family,
or you were aiming at a 90, you can calculate it just the same. But this is
And then
general.
Ross just like is richer than 45%. And so on and so forth. So Ross is richer than 45% of the family. The poor families, right? So obviously, so Gonzalez is actually richer in terms of the income distribution. So what we have for the question so far, so we simply just pick so the median was like 50%, right? The median was 50%. Number of the families. So let's say Ross is going to be less than medians and Gonzalez was basically more than the median. So that's pretty obvious that we can answer the questions here. And more than no, it's not true. Unless no, that's not true. Gon's family are more than the Ross family. That's true. And then also 83% of family in the country earn less than the Gonzalez family. Yes. And then let's see, and about 83% of highest income in the country is in the bottom half. No. No, that is not true. So it has to be 8. Right? So basically it's richer than 83% of a family.
That means that
Anyway,
you are instead of looking
any
at
other question that you have? This one is very straightforward.
or smaller.
All right, so if no question, just move up to
Bigger than 1, you're looking at the numbers that are in between.
any question? I'm sorry.
If this is what is covered.
Okay, so if there's no question, I'm gonna move forward to the next one.
All those. If instead you have these two covered, or say like just this one, then
We're gonna study those questions later on. So if you it requires us to know about how to compute the correlations and all kind of things. It might be a little bit more complicated, so I'm gonna do these questions later on.
do you want to
So-
know which?
But this one should be something that so it's given by R. You can use the R to compute the slope, and then the one to set based on the form for that. It's based on this form, so we can have we can do that quick. If you don't mind, just go over that quickly.
Just making sure, like, because the Gonzaga has.
Yeah, I definitely gonna do that later on, but let me just show you how you're gonna compute the slope and then the one-to-septs. Okay, so the least square slope is I did prove one time in class, but it's not really something that we spend too much time working on it. We can't actually get it done in SL. We can use calculus perspective to get the regression line quickly by finding the least error about between those points to the distance. Okay, so first let me just remind you about chapter 4, the R equal to the slopes. And can be computed by the R times the standard deviation of Y over the standard deviation of X. Over the standard deviation of X.
I'll get back to you on that.
Yeah, if you want to know why, you can see me doing office hours, but literally we just have to plug that in. So we need to find the standard deviation
So
for both X and Y. Okay.
I don't
So,
exactly-
I mean, you don't necessarily have to do it by hand. Like I said, we do have a calculator that can help us get it done quickly. You can send the data sets. So the X always be the first column, the Y is on the second column. You're going to get the distance of the beach. And then you're going to go for the standard deviations. And then for X, we got 3.708.
This one, right? So the numbers are different, yeah. Yes. Okay, well, the difference.
3.708, something like that. I don't know how many decimal places it wants, but let's say we take 3 of them. I think that should be good enough.
What that means.
And then we can also find the sum of standard deviation for Y. Remember that you don't necessarily have to do anything by hand. We do have a calculator for that. We just hit X, right? This is the standard deviation formulas that we have here. And then you're gonna get. Hold on, I don't know what's wrong with this part. Let me hit to standard deviation.
So is that what you want to?
I have 1 hours.
Is that all the solutions between these two points? Does that make sense?
Okay, let me do that again. I got 38.52, 38.529.
Oh,
30.529, something like that. All right. And then so we can get the slope is given by the R equal to the correlation that was given by negative 0.507. So we can just plug that in to get a slope, negative 0.507 times the standard deviation for X, which is, so this one we use a calculator. So I know this question is kind of tedious, but if you know the formulas, it can be done quickly for that. So this one is like done on a calculator.
That is another problem that I might
Okay. And then I'm gonna multiply with 38.529 divided by this is the standard deviation for Y, and we need to divide it by the standard deviation for X, which is given by 3.708. Yeah, you might it's might be a little tedious calculation that we have to get it done. This question usually should not be on the exam, but it's good to practice to compute the slope and then the one to set based on the data set points. And then we just use a calculator to compute that. So we're gonna get this one equal to negative
You round out this situation where we're talking about
0.507
the number of chocolates, like
times 38.529 divided by 3.708. So we get the slope equal to negative 5.27.
Then, or if your solution is like m bigger than 8.2,
So they have a negative correlations. Of course, they should have a negative slope.
Essentially.
That represent how much x and y decrease or increase respectively. So after we
Yeah.
get
Well,
the slope equal to, making sure I get it right,
what is the smallest?
negative 5.27, 5.268.
Which,
The question asks you to route to the 2 decimal place.
well, it.
And then in order to get the 1 intercept,
Bigger or smaller?
we need to use the mean. So we're gonna have like x y bar, which is the means equal to mx plus
You
m
need to go to the next biggest number.
x plus
Here's
b,
where I have an issue
right?
with
So
this.
the m
Like, you get some minutes or just.
the m that we found was like
You're asked-
negative 5.27 and times the x bar. We have to use the y bar because the x bar and y bar should be on the line plus the b because they're called unbiased estimators. So, but we don't have x bar, right? Y bar, so you can find x bar, y bar in the calculator. So we have to do that. We have to do that again. So this question takes so much time because we need to by distance and then take the x bar. We got the x bar will be 9.386, right? 9.387.
The issue is. So in this case. I'll give you guys, because you're not the only one that had this type of issue.
Okay, we can also find the y bar as well, so we can just hit on a calculator.
I will give you.
So let me just erase that and then just send this to the calculator, the selling price, and then you're gonna hit x bar, which is the average, making sure everything is perfectly good. So we can compute the y bar with 247.86.
The number of hours needed for something, or the number of whatever, like the number of like cups of coffee needed for something.
247.86.
There's no like you can't like say like, oh, we will need.
All right. And then we just plug that in. It can solve for b. So we can have this one equal to we're gonna take the y bar first, which is 247.86 equal to negative 5.27, which is the slope that we just found over here,
Half left over, but that
times the x bar was 9.3.
So like, because if the question is
87 plus b, and then we can solve for b based on that.
everyone,
We simply add up both sides.
whatever you.
So we can solve for b equal to
If you get 8.
247.86 plus this, right? So we're gonna add both sides by 5.27 times 9.387.
What you were being asked, like find the.
So we're gonna take this plus
So the really the small.
we're gonna plus because this one's negative, right? Move to the left side is positive. Oh my goodness. Times 9.387. So we end up with the b, the one that's like 297.32.
Like that's something that is not discrete.
329 was just right up to 333.
Like for example.
Okay, so that's pretty much what we have. So that's the one that's F.
Of ornaments.
And I think that's pretty much it.
Oh yeah, well.
Yeah. So any questions?
You were supposed to get a whole number in the end,
Any concern?
but if you had gotten a decimal, you would have had to. I get you.
The R was given. The R was like negative 0.87 right here. The R is given.
I can't remember.
The R should be given by the question. I mean, we can find the R, but the R was like very long and tedious. I don't think that you would like to see how to find the R. The R was given. Okay, so R was given. They do have the form to find the R, which is we have to take the covariance divided by n minus 1 times the standard deviation of x times the standard deviation of y. So it's gonna be a little bit more work that we have to get it done. So the only concern is that, well, we need to compute the slope based on the m equal to the r times the standard deviation of x over the standard deviation of y. And the standard deviation of X and Y should be done on a calculator, right? Should be done on a calculator.
Stuff that-
So both of them should not do by hand. You can't just send the data to the calculator and then hit this. And the only concern is that you might get some undefined. Look, you might get something like this before the old dataset value. So make sure you're going to clear everything before we send your dataset to the calculator. Double check if there's nothing. Now we can just hit it. You're going to get 3.708, something like that. So don't forget to erase the past calculation before we start the mean and the standard deviation respectively. That's very important. But anyway, I think that's pretty much it, right? Any question, any concern? And then in order to solve for the one-intercepts, we need to make sure we're going to use the X bar and the Y bar. The X bar and the Y bar, we just call it the means. And that's very important.
No.
So this one, the average, right? The mean. Like I said, it must be sent on a calculator to get it done. You don't have to do it by hand. The only thing you have to do by hand will be this and that one, right? Yeah, we solve for B was given by the slope, the X bar, Y bar, we just plug that in and solve for B. All right.
That kind of thing, right? Like if you don't do it, like it's hard to study math at this stuff.
Great. So let me
But it's
just
fun. This stuff is not fun.
move
You'll
to
fun. Like,
different
don't
question.
in school, like in middle, like think that this is
Yeah,
fun. This
last
is
question was long, which is why I try not to cover it today. All right, so this one most likely is it's gonna be on the exam for sure.
Allows you to like something that will resonate with everyone is it allows you to describe reality. Or if you look at like whatever happens inside these computers, that all rely
All right.
whether you like it or not.
So what the relative frequency for the atoms of the atoms? So in the sample for register to vote, right? Register to vote that we have was this. You have to find a total. So you have to
Raw imagery.
count a total of the register. We're gonna take 24
I know
plus
like, they-
46 plus 34 plus 32. We divide it by total, including those who did not register to vote. And the total number of people that we had would be 273. It should be get it done quickly for that. So you take 24 plus 46 plus 34 plus 32 divided by 273. You should get 0.498.
That's it. I mean,
Alright.
the key thing, one thing that I
I
do want
felt
to
so confident too, and it was the one question that I actually got.
what stumped you when you saw it in the exam? Was it like
I-
you looked at it and you forgot all of it, like all
Yeah, so you're gonna write up to 2 decimal places, 0.5. Okay.
I feel like I studied every situation that could happen.
I believe this one is very straightforward. I don't see any any concern for that question. This like the female mathematic majors. Oh, it's kind of
It
different.
was an unexpected.
A relative female mathematic major. So female mathematic is 19 out of 323. It's 0.005, 0.006. I'm sorry, 0.06. I apologize. Okay.
Oh, yes. That is a combo of two things. It is, yes, so it's not hard. The thing is, it does require two things. One, that you have
Female mathematics is like,
formula.
so we have to take the joint between the female,
So one is studying the formula and then.
right? And so we have to be a girl in mathematics, so that'd be 19 out of
But you're not, again, you guys are not.
323 is 0.06. It is so straightforward. Anyway, so
Like.
are we good?
If you look at your answer now, you're
Um,
like, how the fuck did I know?
that it was clearly this other answer, and that means that you've learned well there
Yeah,
is.
this one is kind of hard.
It's not.
Among those female,
It's, yeah. You guys are also probably not as comfortable with computing your numbers as you will be fairly soon. Because you will, like, again, that is a lot of practice. So right now, like every single multiplication is something that do a double take on because you might have gotten it wrong, but like if you train yourself to
so among those
Yeah.
female students in the sample, so this one is given.
baseline. You want to train so that even on your worst day.
So literally, we literally just like put all girls,
which-
all females in the same class, in different classrooms, right? In a different classroom. Class. And then the total number of female that we just add them up, we got 30 plus 35 plus 20 plus 34 plus 50 plus 15. So we add them up, we got 154, I believe. And then among those 154 people, girls, so we have those who major in math was 50. So, and so 50 of them out of 154.
That's not certain.
And then there was like 50
I don't know.
50 out of math majors, right?
If you do have a say, I would.
Amongst those 154. Okay.
So, I mean, it's not that I did for my section of this.
Are we
I
good?
just took whatever was assigned to me.
So that's the answer for that. Any questions?
Yes, I will. Definitely not be good enough friends to, I don't think it's anyone's, or, I mean.
All right, please ask question if you have any of them, and you're gonna take 50 out of
That's the
one.
Like it's as if like it's
154.
Where
So you get 0.326, 0.32, I'm sorry, 0.324 is just right up to 2 decimal place. Yeah, it's
any of my time because
it's very straightforward. It's something for that. Among those, let me do that question again. It's kind of confusing. So, by the given,
it's you have lecture twice a week, like Math 101, and then you have 1 hour worth of recitation. The instructors for recitation and lecture are not.
Oh,
But recitation is it's 1 hour, you go there, you are given you have a worksheet.
all right. So among those who are not registered to vote, so we only look at the number of those who do not register to vote. So we're gonna put them in the same booth, right, for those. And you're gonna put those in the same in different rooms, right?
For the like your I guess I think recitation is only graded on.
We're gonna compute that. In this case, will be 41, 44 plus 31 plus
Completion,
41
right? So
plus
it's like
46.
So you get like I guess it's like half on like part of it. You have to obviously you have to try
And
the other part
then
is,
let me just compute that
you get
quickly.
your recitation worksheet.
I'll use this calculator much faster. I got 162.
Your you have to work.
And how many of those would be for the information through newspaper? So obviously you got 30 of them, 31 of them. And we don't count those who register for votes. So there are 31 who
so that will be, for
like
example,
10 information
a student that is in my section for
from newspapers.
then you have to be in recitation section.
Right, so that'd be 31 out of 162.
It doesn't, yeah, I mean, it's this specific scenario recitation, I think, is on Wednesdays in the morning. It's like 9 a.m. I think it's at 9 in the morning or something.
You got 0.19 or something. Okay, so that's very straightforward. And any added question that you might have
That's
is 0.19. All right, if there's no question, I will do
I mean,
I would do like two more, we'll let you go.
If you sign up for 7:30 a.m. section, just make sure that you can get to campus by 7:30 a.m. because that is something that I found.
Before that, I would like to
7:30 a.m.
like
I mean, it depends
I would
on-
like to go over some concept when you have a conditional probability. So it's always better to find a total for each.
I feel like it would be a good time to schedule it in
Because that would
my
allow you.
classes, yeah.
That would not be, that's a smart idea, when I was, yeah.
All right, so the total for each of those can be computed. I'm sorry, and then we're gonna add them up. You're gonna get 660.
It depends on what you mean.
The total number of dog, we got 60 dogs, and total number of cat, we got 20, right? 20 dogs. I'm sorry, 20 cats, 60 dogs. The total animal we got was 80. And among those, we got 39 who did not, 39 who got vaccination. We got a vaccination. And then 41 of them did not got the vaccination, right? No vaccines. And then we just need to find a cat with like 20 out of
So
80. That's straightforward. So the vaccine and cat, so those who got vaccine and cat was 12 out of 80. Still have to divide it by 80.
So getting higher like that. Just the fact that you do math alone is not.
And then vaccine given by cat, right? So this is the conditional probability.
Because math, just every topic, pretty much, like whether it be finance, whether it be tech, whether it be some engineering, all of that. If you have mathematical skills, they also want you would say like I'm applied.
So given by cat was something that so we got there given by cat. So we only look at the cat. There are 20 of them. Okay. So we're gonna put them in the different rooms, and those who got the vaccine will be 12 out of so there are 12 who got the vaccines, right? Given by 20 cat. I'm so sorry. Let me just
But that, yeah, I mean, in terms of like internships, like it depends on what you're interested in.
given by 20 cats.
There is the possibility. If you'd like.
There was 12 of them who got the vaccines, right? 12 got the vaccine.
Or, depending on.
All right, so that's very straightforward. Just simply take 12 out of 20. You got this one equal to 0.6 or something like that, right? And that's pretty straightforward. So this one can take 20 out of 80, 20 over 80. So we got like 0.25. And then for the vaccine, you got 12 out of 80. You got 0.15. And then 12 out of 20.
What is the internship?
Oh, cat got more vaccine than dogs. It's 0.6. All right. Any questions that we have? Are we good? Any questions? Any concern? We're going into the question that we did. So given by the cat, we got 20 cat. 12 of them got vaccine, so it's 12 out of 20. You got 0.6, which is 60%. Okay. So you need to figure out a total first, right? We need to find a total.
That isn't really well, it's normal to be nervous. That's not an indication of preparation.
And making sure that the conditional probability have to be divided by the different denominators, and most of the probability have to be divided by 80, right? By 80 for both of these questions.
There's linear.
The only denominator that we have to divide by different The only question that we have to divide by different denominators is where the question give us conditional probability. So given by cat, so the 20 cat, we want to look at 20 cat, we don't look at 60 dogs. And then how many of them got facts in 12? 12 out of 20. As simple as that.
And second of all,
Okay.
they.
So
Right, young student
Yeah,
and. And I want.
you're also a freshman and you won't be expected to like.
all right, let's do the last question. We'll let you go.
No freshman has ever done an internship in.
Computing the conditional probability based on that.
I mean, we're getting. into
And also we have an
like,
or.
freshmen come
It's
into,
kind of different.
Like
They-
like an internship and are actually.
This is a very important question. I can guarantee you that you're going to see those questions on the exams.
This is supposed to be your first work experience and the first situation where like you're.
So first, you're going to take a total of everything, right? The total of everything that we have was just simply add them up. We take 41 plus 16 plus 21 plus 18. So that's the total number of male and female. Let me just do it quickly on the calculator. I got 96.
Sounds like someone replied to the cold email, so. But where?
And then you also get a total number of the female we have the total was 220, something like that. We take 42 plus 36
You don't know enough.
plus 19 and 27. So we got 124.
Sure, is of course you're really fun. I took that. I mean, not that long, but it's a.
So we're gonna add them up. It should be 220. It must be added up to your total. Everything is 220. And then you can look for the freshman or something like that. So let's see what the questions are. Male or junior. So I want you to find the person who is male or junior. So the male or junior. We simply just add up to the total number of male was 96. Now you need to find the total number of junior. So the 21 plus 19, you get 40. But when you add 21, we simply add 21 twice because when we look for the number of male, we take 41 plus 16 plus 21 plus 18 already. So we just overcount 21 people, male, junior. So make sure we do not add 21. Or if you can always add a total number of junior first, but you don't want, if you want, so you get 40, and then we subtract 21 back, or we simply just add 19. We don't count a total number of junior because we already add 21 junior, male junior, right? So we divide it by 220. Okay, so that's pretty much what we have so far. 6 plus over 220. So we got the answer is 0.52. And then, so for part B was kind of different. What is the probability that a student is freshman? Give me that she's female. So given by a student is a female, so you have to put a female in different classrooms, right? So we identify freshmen. So if a female, so we're now going to consider with the total number of male that we have. So we don't divide it by 220. We just only consider like 124 female students. And then amongst 124, there was 42 of them was freshmen, right? 124 girls. 42 freshmen, right? So of course that we don't count like 41 freshmen, male freshmen. So we just simply take 42 out of 124. You should get it done. Uh, 0.338. Or we can just round up to 0.34. So that's pretty much it. All right, so let's call it a day. Any question, any concern? All right, so if there's no question, then let's call it a date. And let me take attendance real quick. So I forgot to block the answers. That's wrong. I will see you guys next Tuesday. So Jasminer. All right, so I have a question. We have to do, yeah, it's the same data day, but you don't have any instruction for that, and then you can get most 18 points. If you do like a bare minimal work, you should get between if you do the work that I show you, have you already know the right question, you should get 18, at least 18 point. But if you make up a data day, you don't get more than 18. So the maximum grade you can have will be 18 out of 20. So that's the thing. Yeah, I do have office hour. Like I said, this Friday I'm sorry, it's this Saturday I'll be here. I will be on Zoom between 1 to 3 p.m. So I do have a lot of students coming. Just be patient a little bit. If I do not reach out to you, you might have to wait and you have to come back. On Saturday, no. Yeah. Next Thursday, yes. Next Thursday, please. You can come in person. You can, ask me any question you have. But this Saturday, no, have kids to take care of. So you have to redo that. No, you don't have to redo. So the makeup data is only for those who missed that day, right? Who did not do the data day on that day. So you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to make a point. Okay. Um, just making sure we know the difference. The makeup data day is just for those who missed the date. So if you already finished, if you already submitted, it's perfectly fine. All right, so let me keep on taking attendance. I'm so sorry. I'm just got a lot of sidetrack. Malika is here, right? And Annie is here. Rachel, Selena, Asharn, Selena is here. Selena is not here. Okay. I think most of you will be present because I count there are 27. So my class is 28. So one of them did not show up. So the rest of you must can check for that. All right. So I will see you next Tuesday. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care.